Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. Last night my dad and I decided to watch a film that I had rented from Netflix thinking it was going to be funny and unique. And to be honest with you, it was funny in its own dark, morbid way. But I'm not really quite sure what to think of A Serious Man. I typically like Jewish comedies. I think they're very enjoyable. This one was about a man named Larry, whom you're given into sympathy to very, very early because after the first opening scene you see how, well, this is my deduction. I'm thinking that this particular man was Larry's great grandfather in Russia. I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. I have no idea because it just sort of opens up with this guy who's welcoming in this rabbi who's passed away about 3 days ago, and they think he's a Dybbuk, or I think that's translated as vampire. I don't know. If somebody knows Yiddish, please help me, because I'm just a lowly goyim. I'm only familiar with some terms. I think I've heard of Dybbuk before. I think it means a vampire, because later on they stabbed the rabbi in the chest, so I'm pretty sure he was thought of as a vampire. It was that scene was actually kind of humorous to me, I thought, but it goes on to present day 1960s, and of course Larry, he is a physics teacher. There's the theory of improbability, which in and of itself is quite interesting, but it seems that his existence just becomes worse and worse and worse, and you wait for things to become worse, and they do. So there is the consistency in that. I didn't dislike the film, but I didn't necessarily like it. Now, I didn't think that it was a spectacular film by any means, but I did think it was interesting and enjoyable for the most part, and showing how life can sometimes be. It can really be challenging, difficult, depressing, and just hard at times, and there may be moments in one's life that they think that they've been cursed, and I think that's basically what A Serious Man is all about, to be honest with you. But you just feel so sorry for Larry, and you don't really feel any sympathy for his wife. You think, well, maybe she deserves to go through with a get, which is ritualistic divorce in Judaic society. You sort of support her decision because she's a royal witch in many instances, and you just think, God, Larry, you deserve better. And his kids are whiny, and one of them is in huge trouble because he keeps using his money to, well, he's stealing from his parents to buy marijuana, and he's just really not a model citizen. And the young girl, she doesn't really go to Hebrew school. She would rather have her nose done. For what reason, I don't really know. I thought she looked fine. Yeah, the only thing I can really say I really enjoyed about this film was the fact that the actor who plays Howard plays a young rabbi in it, and I love him. and he was absolutely perfect in his role. He played his role to AT, and I just got so much joy out of seeing him and his view, or his favorite word was perspective, of the world, and I liked his perspective. I thought it was very truthful, because I'm a lot like he is. I'm an optimist, but it just leaves at the very end at a cliffhanger when everything is all gone to hell, quite literally, and you think, well, this is the end, and it is. It just poof, you're left with that. I really don't know what kind of a rating to give to A Serious Man, because I didn't much care for it. It was okay. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but you just feel so sorry for Larry and his tribulations and turmoil and just the situation he's in, and you hope for the best for him, but in the end everything just continues to go into a downward spiral. But sometimes life is like that. So I think I would give this movie at least 2.5 out of 4. I mean, I'd like to be generous and give it 3, but I didn't really like it enough to give it 3 stars. But if you're interested in a different kind of movie by the Coen brothers, it is enjoyable, and it is darkly humorous in its own right. But man, I just felt so bad for Larry. And my only other comment is with the young rabbi is, I would love to be counseled by him any day. I don't care if I am goyim. Just had to get that out in the open. Yeah, but beyond that, Serious Man just didn't impress me all that much, and maybe I'm not sophisticated enough to enjoy this type of film, or that I do like dark humor. I love dark humor, to be honest with you. Dark humor is probably one of my favorite things, because I love the movie Duplex, and I love Death at a Funeral, and there's so many good movies that have dark humor in them, and I just this one didn't really. I just didn't like it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I just didn't like it. So 2.5 out of 4. I mean, it's not really a bad movie, but I don't see why it was picked as an Oscar contender. Those guys gotta be on PCP or crack or heroin. I don't know what those people are smoking, but they don't know what they're talking about. No offense, they just don't. So that's my assessment, and I am sticking to it. Punto.